In this video, I'm going to be reviewing 303 in the Cut, which is a very famous food truck in the Las Vegas area that was popularized by TikToker Keith Lee. He's a very famous TikToker who came up during the pandemic. Now he has like 10 million followers on TikTok, and he just goes around reviewing food. And this was, I believe, one of the first ever places to get a 10 out of 10 from him. I've already done a few videos of different items on the menu, but today we're going to be reviewing some of the things I haven't reviewed. It's there's about like 10 items on the menu, so I wanted to hit all of them, including the stuff even Keith Lee didn't hit. So first we have this mixed drink. It's non-alcoholic, and there's limeade in here, there's Sprite, there's fruit flavoring and all this stuff. I already kind of took a few sips on my drive back here. I'll tell you, they have two drinks and I like the other one better. They have one that has a pear flavoring to it. A lot of the same ingredients, but with pear instead of limeade. And this one, I think the limeade just kind of masks the pop from the carbonated soda, and it becomes a bit, I mean, you can still taste a little bit, but it tastes a bit more like, lemonade. The pear one was really fruity and had lots of different flavors. Now let's consider dessert first. Another thing that they're blowing up for nowadays is this tiramisu. So this tiramisu is actually something that's they've been posting a lot about. They hand make it there in that food truck. It's fresh. So let's do a dessert first day and just get a sense for this tiramisu. They also announced to me that they have two seasonal desserts. They have a chocolate and strawberry tiramisu, and then they have something else like a pumpkin spice orange dessert of some sort. But it's the cheesecake sandwich they're also really known for. But I don't think even Keith Lee reviewed the tiramisu. He's reviewed the cheesecake sandwich and said amazing things. I've had it. It's pretty good. I think I gave it like an 8 or 9 out of 10. Now let's try the tiramisu. Alright, not bad. They're very generous on this cream. You can really taste that cinnamony coffee flavor of a tiramisu. I would give this a solid 8.4 out of 10, which is a very high rating. I would say that you could probably get something for more value, lower cost at Costco. I've had some high quality Costco brand tiramisu, and you could probably get something of similar quality from them. This wasn't cheap for this cake here, which is, it's a hefty amount. Like, look at the size of my palm. It's a good amount, but I probably paid about like 10, 11 bucks for this. The drink here was about like 6 or 7 bucks, so even the drink's kind of expensive. And then this Dirt Dog, which we'll cover soon, that's about like 13, 14 bucks. So it's not that cheap. I would say the difference is like there's a lot more cream in this one than you would get in the Costco tiramisu. But just depends how you like it. I would say even with more cream, the cream just like dissipates in your mouth very quickly and it's gone. So there's not as much substance, so it's not that different from if you were to get a Costco tiramisu with just more cake in it. Alright, this is unique. They only have 3 menu items. They're most known for their green chili burrito, which I actually gave a modest rating. I didn't think it was anything too extraordinary, especially if you live or can travel through or been to New Mexico. I feel like it's more common there, and they probably do it better. And then they also have another item that I already reviewed, the Philly cheesesteak, and that one was also a bit mid for me, at least. I think Keith Lee liked both a lot, especially that burrito. So I kind of gave it like less ratings than Keith did, because I didn't think, you know, it had anything. How was I gonna rate a Philly cheesesteak in Vegas a 10 out of 10 when I know there's better Philly cheesesteaks, especially in Philadelphia where they came from? Come on, man. Anyhow, this is very unique. Giant, this is about a foot long hot dog. 13 bucks, so it's not cheap. It's 13 times the price of a Costco hot dog. But what you get in here is a bunch of onions, a little bit of what seems to be green peppers. The meat on top seems to be some type of like Korean barbecue type of beef type of meat. And then you got the hot dog underneath on a toasted bun here. You can see the insides have been toasted. It's a golden, there's a little golden crisp to the bun. So let's take a bite here. Let me do one more bite with more meat just to make sure. I will give it a solid 7.8 out of 10. That's still a high rating. Don't get mad at me for kind of not giving it a 10 out of 10. The reason is because there's so many gourmet hot dog restaurants and food trucks and places in Las Vegas. And this one, it just doesn't, it's really good, the meat's there, but really what it is like, what you're mostly should be paying for is this meat on top. The hot dog and the bun itself, that's really cheap. Like you could get that for pennies on the dollar. So you're really paying for that meat on top. And the meat on top, it's all right, but there's not too much flavor or substance to it. I mean, the onions and green peppers add a bit, but not much. It's a bit mushy. It's solid, don't get me wrong, it's solid, but there's been other hot dog places that are just straight up designed for just hot dogs. I've literally had, there's this one place, I forgot the name, it was like called like Dirt Dog or something. No, it's called Bulldoggies. And this place is, in my opinion, by far one of the best hot dog places in the country. In fact, I followed their Facebook page for years before finally making it to see them. It was literally like a, not 10-year, but like 7-8 year journey. And they have mac and cheese on their dogs, and then they have like they'll have like Korean barbecue short rib, and then like bulgogi on their dogs, and they'll have all this crazy stuff, and it's an incredible hot dog. And then they have like egg drop sandwiches with like French toast bread, and then eggs, and then like bulgogi short rib inside. It's probably the best Korean barbecue hot dog fusion I've ever seen, and the meat on theirs just kind of blows this out of the water. Not saying theirs are like perfect either. I mean, you go to a real Korean barbecue restaurant, that quality of meat's gonna blow a hot dog restaurant out of the water. There's just levels to it, is what I'm saying. And this one's solid. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be satisfied with it, but I'm just not gonna be able to give this a close, even anything close to a 9 out of 10. It's a solid pick-me-up option that will probably make most people fairly happy, but it's not gonna blow your mind like you know, Bulldoggies, where like you literally have freaking short rib and mac and cheese and you know, all sorts of stuff on the actual hot dog. Thanks for watching. 303 in the cut.